My dear students, welcome back to our channel. In this video, I will be explaining the MBA second semester subject Rural Marketing as prescribed by JNTUH and other universities of Telangana. We will go through the important questions and answers one by one. Let's begin with a quick revision. Unit 4 first important short question is: what are the main sources of information for rural marketing research? Sources of information for rural marketing research. Rural marketing research collects data to understand village consumers, their needs, buying habits, and preferences. The main sources of information are: 1. Primary sources. Data collected directly from the rural customers. Methods: surveys, interviews, focus groups, and field visits. Example: asking farmers about their preferred brand of fertilizers. 2. Secondary sources. Data already available from published reports, government records, and industry reports. Example: census data, agricultural department reports, or market reports from FMCG companies. 3. Informal sources. Information from local retailers, village leaders, and community discussions. Example: local shopkeepers sharing which products sell fast during festivals. 4. Digital sources. Using mobile apps, social media, and online surveys to collect rural consumer data. Example: WhatsApp feedback from rural customers about product satisfaction. Quick tip to remember: PSID primary, secondary, informal, digital sources help companies understand the rural market better and plan effective marketing strategies. Next important short question is: 2. List the factors influencing rural consumers during purchase. Factors influencing rural consumers during purchase. Rural consumers make buying decisions based on several factors that affect their needs, preferences, and choices. 1. Cultural factors. Traditions, festivals, and local customs influence buying habits. Example: buying sweets or oil during Diwali or harvest festivals. 2. Social factors. Influence of family, neighbors, and local community leaders. Example: a farmer may choose a particular brand of seed because other farmers in the village recommend it. 3. Economic factors. Income, affordability, and price sensitivity play a key role. Example: low-cost products are preferred over expensive brands. 4. Personal factors. Age, occupation, education, and lifestyle affect choices. Example: young adults may prefer branded clothes, while elders prefer traditional attire. 5. Psychological factors. Motivation, perception, beliefs, and attitudes influence purchases. Example: trust in a product's quality encourages repeated buying. Quick tip to remember: CSCPT cultural, social, economic, personal, psychological factors guide rural consumers' decisions. Next important short question is: 3. Define rural business research. Rural business research is the process of collecting, analyzing, and interpreting information about rural markets to make better business decisions. It helps companies understand what rural consumers want, how they buy, and what influences their choices. Key points: 1. Purpose: to reduce risk in business decisions and improve product acceptance in villages. 2. Focus areas: consumer preferences, product demand, price sensitivity, distribution challenges, and local competition. 3. Methods: surveys, interviews, focus groups, and field visits in rural areas. Example: a company wants to launch a low-cost washing powder in villages. Through rural business research, it discovers which packaging size is preferred, the price villagers can afford, and the best villages for initial launch. This helps the company plan production, pricing, and distribution effectively. Quick tip to remember. Rural business research is equal to understanding villages to sell better. It's like being a detective who studies villages before selling products. Next important short question is: 4. Mention sources of data collection in rural areas. Sources of data collection in rural areas. In rural marketing research, companies collect data from two main sources. 1. Primary data, directly collected from the rural consumers or market. Methods: surveys, interviews, focus groups, observation, and field visits. Example: a company interviews farmers to know which type of seeds they prefer. 2. Secondary data, already existing information collected by others. Sources: government reports, research studies, census data, industry reports, and local trade records. Example: using government agriculture reports to understand crop patterns in villages. Quick tip to remember. Primary is equal to directly from the people. Secondary is equal to from existing reports. By using both sources, companies can plan products, pricing, and distribution strategies more effectively for rural markets. Fun way to remember. Think of it as talking plus reading, talking to villagers, primary, and reading reports, secondary, to know everything about the market. Next important short question is: 5. What are the data collection tools used in rural markets? Data collection tools used in rural markets. In rural marketing research, companies use different tools to collect information about consumers, their preferences, and buying behavior. Some common tools are: 1. Surveys and questionnaires, asking villagers specific questions about products or services. Example: a dairy company asks farmers which milk products they buy most. 2. Interviews, personal or group discussions to understand opinions and needs. Example: interviewing women in a village to know what household items they prefer. 3. Observation, watching consumer behavior directly in the market or village. Example: observing how villagers shop at a weekly market. 4. Focus groups, small group discussions to collect ideas and feedback. Example: discussing with farmers about new crop seeds. 5. Field visits, visiting villages to gather first-hand information. Quick tip to remember. Surveys is equal to ask. Interviews is equal to talk. Observation is equal to watch. Focus groups is equal to discuss. Field visits is equal to visit. These tools help companies understand rural needs better and design suitable products, pricing, and marketing strategies. Fun way to remember: think of it as ask, talk, watch, discuss, visit, the 5 ways to know your rural market. Next unit 4. Long questions. First important long question is: 1. Discuss the evolution of rural marketing research in India. Evolution of rural marketing research in India. Rural marketing research in India has evolved significantly over the years. Initially, rural areas were considered hard to reach because of poor infrastructure, low literacy, and scattered populations. Companies mainly relied on intuition or past experience to understand rural consumers rather than systematic research. 1. Early stage, 1950s, 1970s. During this period, rural marketing was mostly informal. Companies like Hindustan Lever and Amul started noticing the importance of rural demand for products like soaps, dairy, and consumer goods. Research was limited to basic surveys and field visits. 2. Development stage, 1980s, 1990s. With economic liberalization and better transportation, companies began using structured research methods. Surveys, interviews, and observation became common to understand rural consumers' buying habits. For example, companies studied seasonal demand for FMCG products and village-level spending patterns. 3. Modern stage, 2000s present. Today, rural marketing research has become more sophisticated. Companies use technology, mobile surveys, GPS mapping, and data analytics. Social media and mobile phones help reach even remote villages. Researchers analyze consumer preferences, brand loyalty, and media usage to design products and marketing strategies. Example, FMCG companies now track which villages prefer packaged foods or traditional products and customize campaigns accordingly. Importance of this evolution. Helps companies understand changing rural needs. Improves product development for rural markets. Supports pricing, distribution, and promotional strategies that suit rural consumers. Quick way to remember, think of rural marketing research in India like a tree growing in 3 stages. 1. Seed stage, informal research, basic observations. 2. Sapling stage, structured surveys and interviews. 3. Tree stage, technology-driven, data-rich research covering all villages. This evolution shows how rural marketing has become a key area for business growth in India, helping companies reach millions of rural consumers effectively. Next important long question is to explain various methods and approaches of data collection in rural areas. Methods and approaches of data collection in rural areas. Collecting data in rural markets is different from urban areas because of scattered populations, low literacy, and limited infrastructure. Researchers use various methods and approaches to gather accurate information about rural consumers. 1. Surveys and questionnaires. This is the most common method. Researchers prepare simple, local language questions and ask respondents directly. Example, a company selling agricultural tools may ask farmers about preferred brands, usage frequency, and purchase challenges. 2. Interviews. Interviews are face-to-face conversations to gather deeper insights. They can be structured or unstructured. Example, FMCG companies may interview rural mothers to understand their needs for soaps or cooking oil. 3. Observation. Sometimes, consumers cannot clearly express their preferences, so observing behavior is effective. Researchers watch how products are used, stored, and displayed in rural shops or homes. Example, observing how villagers store milk or grains can help dairy or food companies design better packaging. 4. Focus groups. Small groups of 6 to 10 people discuss products or services. It helps understand opinions, perceptions, and attitudes. Example, a focus group of farmers may discuss which fertilizers they trust and why. 5. Telephonic and mobile surveys. With increased mobile penetration in villages, companies conduct mobile surveys, SMS polls, and call-based interviews to gather quick responses. 6. Secondary data. Researchers also use existing data from government reports, census data, and local cooperatives. This saves time and gives a broader picture of rural trends. Key approaches. Quantitative, collect numbers, percentages, and measurable data. Qualitative. Understand attitudes, motivations, and experiences. Quick way to remember, think SIFMAT surveys, interviews, focus groups, mobile surveys, observation, tertiary data. These methods help companies design products, pricing, and promotions that suit rural consumers' needs. Combining approaches ensures accuracy, reliability, and actionable insights for rural marketing success. Next important long question is 3. Explain the approaches and tools of marketing research used in rural markets. Approaches and tools of marketing research in rural markets. Marketing research in rural areas helps companies understand consumer needs, preferences, and behavior. Since rural markets are different from urban areas, specific approaches and tools are used. Approaches of rural marketing research. 1. Quantitative research. Focuses on numbers, statistics, and measurable data. Example, a company may survey 500 farmers to find out how many use a particular brand of seeds. 2. Qualitative research. Focuses on opinions, attitudes, and motivations. Example, focus groups of rural women discussing which cooking oil they prefer and why. 3. Mixed approach. Combines both quantitative and qualitative methods for better understanding. Example, a company may survey farmers, quantitative, and also conduct interviews, qualitative, to know why they choose a fertilizer brand. Tools of rural marketing research. 1. Questionnaires and surveys. Simple, local language questions asked directly to respondents. Example, asking villagers about frequency of product use or preferred brands. 2. Interviews. Face-to-face discussions with rural consumers or shopkeepers. Example, interviewing a local retailer to know which products sell fastest during festivals. 3. Observation. Watching how products are used, displayed, or stored in rural homes or shops. Example, observing how milk packets are stored to design better packaging. 4. Focus groups. Small groups discuss products or services to understand opinions and experiences. Example, group discussion among farmers about challenges in using new agricultural equipment. 5. Mobile and telephonic tools. Using calls, SMS, and mobile apps for surveys in villages with mobile connectivity. 6. Secondary data. Using government reports, census data, and cooperatives records to get insights. Quick way to remember. Think Cucumit quantitative, qualitative, mobile tools, interviews, observation, tertiary data. By using these approaches and tools, companies can make better decisions on products, pricing, and promotions tailored to rural consumers' needs, improving sales and customer satisfaction. Next important long question is 4. Explain the challenges and limitations faced in conducting rural marketing research. Challenges and limitations in rural marketing research. Rural marketing research is important to understand the needs and preferences of rural consumers, but it comes with many challenges and limitations due to the unique nature of rural areas. 1. Geographical and infrastructure challenges. Villages are often remote, scattered, and difficult to reach. Poor roads, transport, and communication make it hard to collect data. Example, surveying farmers in hilly areas or tribal regions can take more time and resources. 2. Cultural and language barriers. Rural consumers speak different local languages and dialects. Traditional beliefs and customs may affect honest responses. Example, some villagers may hesitate to talk about income or spending habits due to cultural sensitivity. 3. Low literacy and awareness levels. Many rural consumers may be illiterate or less educated, making it difficult to use written questionnaires. Example, a printed survey about mobile phone usage may not work, interviews or oral surveys are needed instead. 4. Data reliability issues. Responses may be inaccurate or exaggerated due to lack of awareness or social pressure. Example, farmers may overstate the use of a branded fertilizer to impress the interviewer. 5. Seasonal and occupation-related limitations. Rural people are often busy with farming, festivals, or harvest seasons, making them hard to reach at the right time. Example, conducting a survey during sowing season may result in low participation. 6. High cost and time consumption. Traveling to remote villages and collecting primary data is time-consuming and expensive. Example, covering 50 villages for product feedback may take weeks and increase research costs. 7. Technology limitations. Limited internet or mobile connectivity in some areas makes digital surveys and data collection difficult. Example, online forms or apps may not work in rural regions without proper network coverage. Conclusion. Despite these challenges, rural marketing research is crucial for tailoring products, pricing, and promotions to rural consumers' needs. Companies overcome these limitations by using local language surveys, field interviews, mobile tools, and observation methods. Quick way to remember: think GLISTC, geography, language, illiteracy, seasonality, time and cost, connectivity. Next important long question is: 5. Discuss the role of rural marketing consulting agencies. Role of rural marketing consulting agencies. Rural marketing consulting agencies play a key role in helping companies understand and succeed in rural markets. Rural markets are vast, diverse, and unique, so businesses need expert guidance to design effective strategies. Consulting agencies provide this expertise. 1. Market research and consumer insights. They conduct surveys, interviews, and field studies to understand rural consumers' needs, preferences, and buying habits. Example, an agency may survey farmers about their use of fertilizers, seeds, or irrigation products to guide a company's marketing decisions. 2. Product and service strategy support. Agencies help companies adapt products and services to meet rural needs. Example, packaging smaller, affordable sachets of FMCG products like shampoo or detergents for rural buyers. 3. Distribution and channel strategy. They design efficient rural distribution networks, including local retailers, wholesalers, and mobile vendors. Example, a consulting agency may suggest using village haats, markets, or local kirana stores to reach remote customers. 4. Promotion and communication guidance. They advise on appropriate communication methods, considering literacy levels and local languages. Example, using folk media, radio, street plays, or local festivals for promotions instead of just TV ads. 5. Training and capacity building. Agencies train company sales teams and field staff on rural consumer behavior and sales techniques. Example, teaching rural sales representatives to explain product benefits clearly and politely to villagers. 6. Risk reduction and decision support. They help companies reduce risks associated with entering rural markets by analyzing market trends and challenges. Example, identifying areas with seasonal demand variations before launching a product. 7. Monitoring and evaluation. Agencies track marketing campaigns and provide feedback for improvements. Example, monitoring sales of a new product in villages to suggest changes in distribution or pricing. Conclusion. Rural marketing consulting agencies act as bridges between companies and rural consumers, helping businesses understand, reach, and satisfy rural markets efficiently. Their services reduce risks, save time, and increase the chances of success in diverse rural regions. Quick way to remember: think RDPTRM, research, distribution, product strategy, training, risk reduction, monitoring.